Session has been started live streaming on YouTube, ma'am. Ready to go.
Okay, fine. Best wishes. Chitra, check where Sendil sir is there. Please make him as co-host, ma.
Ma'am, Arvind sir co-host பண்ணியாச்சா ma'am?
Yeah, he is a co-host.
அப்புறம் ஸ்ரீ பிரியா ma'am.
Sri Priya, ma'am.
Nancy, ma'am,
Send
only you
this,
can
sir.
make others co-host. So kindly make vice principal.
Yeah, Nancy, ma'am, please make
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Sendil Kumar as co-host, ma. So that
அப்படி
he can unmute
சித்ரா
himself.
co-host.
Kalai, we are in live streaming.
சித்ராவை co-host பண்ணியாச்சா?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Live streaming is on. Yeah, Dr. Sendil Kumar is the co-host right now. Sir, welcome, sir. You can unmute yourself and talk when you're.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Sir?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Please be ready. Yes, we've got around 114 participants. Shall we start?
Shall we go, ma'am?
Yeah, please go on.
Good morning, everyone. There is nothing more active than a thought, for it travels over the universe, and nothing is stronger than necessity, for all must submit to it. Honorable dignitaries, learned delegates, respected teachers and students, we take immense pleasure in welcoming you all for the valedictory function of our 7th IEEE International Conference on Smart Structures and System, ICSS 2020. Organized by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Center for Micro Nano Design and Fabrication in association with IEEE Madras section. We are here at the valedictory function celebrating the success of ICSS 2020 for having provided a best opportunity for the scholars and researchers around the globe, a platform to cast their innovative ideas in the engineering field for the past 2 days. We now present a short AV which marks the success of our ICSS journey since the beginning. Sit back and enjoy.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. T. Arvind, Associate Professor, EC Department, Coordinator, ICSS, to deliver the report on 7th IEEE International Conference on Smart Structures and Systems, ICSS 2020. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. The IEEE International Conference on Smart Structures and Systems is a premier international conference organized by Savita Engineering College in association with IEEE Student Chapter and IETE Student Chapter since 2012. The International Conference on Smart Structures and Systems, ICSS 2020, aims to bring together leading academicians, scientists, researchers, and research scholars to exchange and share their innovative ideas, experience, and research results about all aspects of engineering and technology. The conference took place over 2 days, 23rd and 24th July, with plenary talks and forum discussions, parallel sessions together with poster presentations. The inaugural session was adorned by Dr. R. Ramesh, Principal, Savita Engineering College, Dr. Srijita Yasnath, Associate Dean and Head, ECE Department, Dr. R. Sendil Kumar, Vice Principal, and Professor A. Gandhi, Dean, Savita Engineering College, together with Mr. Indrapreet Singh Kambo, Associate Principal, Charles River Associates, Dr. Mohammed Mahdi Hassani, Sadrabadi, Assistant Project Scientist, Department of Bioengineering, Henry Samuel School of Engineering, University of California, Los Angeles, Dr. N. Kumarappan, Professor Tripoli, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Annamalai University, Chairman, IEEE Madras Section, and Mr. Kaushik Guha, Assistant Professor, ECE, and Associate Dean of Students' Welfare in National Institute of Technology, Silchar, along with Dr. L. Sujata, Professor, ECE, Rajalakshmi Engineering College, with all the organizing team members, HODs of other departments, faculty, and participants of the conference in virtual mode. The inauguration of the conference commenced with the invocation. Dr. Srijita Yasnath, Professor and Head ECE Department, welcomed the dignitaries and the participants to the event. Dr. R. Ramesh, Principal, Savita Engineering College, delivered his wishes to the organizing team and participants of the conference, followed by keynote addresses were delivered by the guests of the day on their areas of expertise. Eminent academicians and heads of departments from all over India are among the galaxy of intellectuals who witnessed the event. There were 15 parallel sessions on 23rd and 24th July, together over which around 1 or 2 research papers were presented by the participants from all over India, which includes the members from several IITs and NITs as well. We have participants from other countries like South Africa, Bangladesh, United States of America, to name few. All these papers were evaluated by eminent session juries. Out of the 400 papers received, only 250 odd could pass through the initial quality check, and not more than 100 papers could make its way through the peer review process, as the rest gave way for the best among the submissions. The best papers will be awarded in the valedictory ceremony by Dr. R. Ramesh, Principal, Savita Engineering College. This conference is ending in a high note, and we are glad to meet you in the next bigger and better version of ICSS 2021. Thank you so much, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. While we celebrate success, it is most important to heed the lessons we have come across with an end note. With all due respect, I'm honored to welcome Dr. R. Sendil Kumar, Vice Principal, Savita Engineering College, to deliver the valedictory address. Please, sir.
Hello. Can anybody hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your welcoming. Very good afternoon to all the participants. It's my great pleasure to address the participants in this virtual mode validity program of IEEE 20, that is in the virtual mode, in the online mode. At the outset, I should appreciate and congratulate the Department of EC Savita Engineering College for hosting such an interesting, informative, and effective online international conference. Why I'm saying is this virtual mode creates a platform for all the researchers to share their ideas without coming directly to the venue. That is a very important point where this online mode of education or online mode of conferences or virtual mode of conferences plays a very vital role. Again, my best appreciation to all the coordinators of this conference, because they are tirelessly working for the success of this conference. If you see a few months back, everything, that is 78% of the programs were conducted in offline, that is directly in a venue, such as in a college or in a hotels or something like that, for hosting this kind of international conferences. But during this COVID time, really it opens a platform for all the colleges as well as for the leading industries to organize such a kind of international conferences in the virtual mode. 40% of programs are conducted in virtual mode. It's a very good sign of thing in the field of education side also to share the knowledge. At this moment, I should appreciate and congratulate all the student participants and faculty participants in the conference for sharing their knowledge and ideas regarding the technological development and their research work also. I want to mention one point of this valedictory program. As a researcher, what we are doing, we prepare a document according to the journal format and submit the same for the review process. But we forget two things before submitting this paper to the journal. Before submitting, what we have to look into it. 5 important things are there. One will be the data, and second one will be the information, third one will be the knowledge, and fourth one will be the insight, and fifth one will be the wisdom or the final appearance of your paper. The data in sense, as a researcher or a student's point of view, should collect various data regarding their work, and you have to pull it at a single place. Then from the data, we have to collect the important information, that is the information part. So whatever the needed part, you have to segregate and you have to collect as information. Then transfer those information, basic information, into a technical paper based upon your knowledge. Then go to the insight. Insight in sense, a deep learning of those data based upon your knowledge should be carried out in the insight part. And finally, prepare a good paper presented to your journal. That is the wisdom part, which will be the success of your paper or paper will be selected in your journal paper. To do this, we have to do. You have to read more number of articles, more number of quality papers and books also, because books gives a basic fundamentals up to the end point, that is a technical point of view. All the things will be covered in the book, whereas the papers will cover a certain part in the particular area alone. So we have to read the articles, papers, as well as books related to your work. And mostly nowadays, interdisciplinary research works are very much appreciable. So we have to think over about these things twice or thrice, so that we have to collaborate with the industry point of view, other department also, to produce a journal paper. With these few words, I once again congratulate the participants of this conference, and my hearty appreciation to the Associate Dean, Dr. North of EC Department, Medical Electronics Department, Biomedical Department, all the coordinators of the department for the success of this conference. Thank you for the opportunity given to me. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, we request the participants to give their valuable feedback about the conference. So kindly raise the hand icon in the Zoom so that we will unmute you. Participants, please raise the hand icon so that we can unmute you.
Hi. Unmuted Ashwantika.
Yes,
A very
ma'am.
good afternoon to one and all
I have
present.
unmuted.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. My name is Ashwantika, and I would like to give my feedback on how the conference went. So I did my presentation yesterday along with my co-authors, and I would like to tell that the conference was extremely well organized. Right from the beginning, the facilitator of my session, she was extremely very helpful in contacting and giving the valuable doubts, clarifications, and she was extremely very helpful. The session began exactly on the time which it was supposed to begin, and it also ended on the right time. So it was very, very managed. It was well managed. And I would like to thank the committee for providing us this opportunity. It was hassle-free and it was extremely very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your valuable feedback. Next, we have Dr. Sendil Kumar.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is it audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. I thank to the management and as well as the college staff members for organizing this kind of events for improve ourselves in the research areas. And from the first beginning onwards, I have contacting with the persons who are organizing this kind of events has been such a giving response in quick manner, as well as they have shortlisted our papers in a correct plagiarism with equal weightages. And as well as we have communicated with the coordinators and they have response to our calls with that timely manners. And the sessions has been started very quickly and as they have conducted in sharply. So the session in charges has motivated us to conduct this paper presentations in a timely manner, as well as the judges has commented our queries and they have given so much of suggestions for our research areas as well as publications. And also I have thanked to the peoples who are all participated in these events. They have to go through the suggestions which has given the valuable comments from the authors as well as the judges. So I thank to the entire team for grand success of these events. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, we have Dr. Ranjit Ravi to share his feedback.
Okay, good afternoon to everybody. Myself, Dr. Ranjit V. Ravi, Associate Professor and Head of the Department, Electronics and Communication Engineering, ME Engineering College, Malappuram, Kerala, India. And first of all, I congratulate the management of Savita Engineering College and the organizers of this conference for organizing such a wonderful event for the entire global research community. And I have submitted some research articles, and for all my research articles, I got proper review and suggestions from the reviewers. And also during the presentation, also I got good comments and suggestions from the and motivating comments from the session chairs also. So I am thankful for them. And also I wish all the best for the Savita Engineering College and especially for the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering for all their future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for valuable feedback. Next, we'll move on to certificate distribution.
Now we move on to the most awaited session. We are here to announce the best papers selected from every session. From session 1, it's paper ID 076, biometric-based secured remote electronic voting system, presented by Mr. Samrit Agarwal, and authors include Mr. Abhishek Jamwal, Mr. Afrin Haidar, Mr. Param Dev, Mr. Rajavin Chandel from National Institute of Technology, Hamirpur. From session 2, it is paper ID 157, ballistic source location identification system, presented by Mr. Gladson Sabu, and authors include Dr. Ninu Joseph from Albertian Institute of Science and Technology, Ernakulam, Kerala. From session 3, it is paper ID 025, optimized two-dimensional wavelet filter from BAT algorithm, presented by Dr. Ranjit V. Ravi, and authors include Mr. Kamal Raj Subramaniam from MEA Engineering College, Malappuram, Kerala, and Karpagam Academy of Higher Education, Coimbatore, respectively. From session 4, it is paper ID 142, efficient computerized lung cancer detection using bag of words, presented by Mr. Samak Zeelan Basha, and co-authors include Mr. Azmira Krishna, Mr. P.C. Srinivasa Rao from Konero Lakshmaya Education Foundation, Vadeshwaram, AP, India. From paper 5, from session 5, it is paper ID 151, feature-based sentimental analysis for prediction of mobile reviews using hybrid bag boost algorithm, presented by Mr. Sivakumar Paturi, and co-authors include Dr. N. Anbargan and Dr. W. Sridhar from Konneru Lakshmaya Educational Foundation, Vadeshwaram, Andhra Pradesh, and Alagappa University, Karaikudi, Tamil Nadu, respectively. From session 6, it is paper ID 027, performance analysis of wavelet functions in fusion of MRI and CT images, presented by Dr. Ranjit V. Ravi, and co-authors include Mr. Sujit M.V., Mr. Shafin K., Mr. Tamjid Ali, Ashraf, Mr. Sajid, Mr. Sayuj Mohan from MEA Engineering College, Malappuram, Kerala, India. From session 7, it is paper ID 026, optimized wavelet filter from genetic algorithm for image compression, presented by Dr. Ranjit V. Ravi, and co-authors include Mr. Kamal Raj Subramaniam from MEA Engineering College, Malappuram, Kerala, and Karpagam Academy of Higher Education, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, respectively. From session 8, it is paper ID 194, selection of optimistic nodes for reputation-based routing in wireless networks, presented by Dr. A. Sendil Kumar, and co-authors include Dr. V. Tirunavukarasu, Dr. D.C. Julie Josephine, Ms. T. Pooja Arasu from King's Engineering College. From session 9, we have selected two papers. Firstly, it is paper ID 036, performance analysis of MIMO FSO communication link with hybrid modulation, presented by Mr. Arjun Dubey, and co-authors include Mr. Harmit Singh from Chandigarh University, Punjab. The next paper selected from session 9 is paper ID 033, facial expression classification using vanilla convolution neural network, presented by Mr. Kamal Raj Subramaniam from Konneru Lakshmaya Education Foundation, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. From session 10, it is paper ID 145, detection of forest fire using convolutional neural networks, presented by Ms. Ashwantika, and co-authors include Dr. Cheryl Oliver and Ms. Ashwita R. from St. Joseph College of Engineering, Chennai. From session 11, it is paper ID 090, microstrip and array antenna for 24 gigahertz automotive radar, presented by Mr. Raghav KK, and co-authors include Mr. Banu Prakash R, Mr. H. Ganapati Hebar, Mr. N. Janani, Ms. Neha R, and Ms. Sudha M from BMS Institute of Technology and Management, Bangalore, and Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belgavi, respectively. From session 12, it is paper ID 118, a compact reconfigurable UWB antenna for short-range wireless application, presented by Mr. R. Vivek, and co-authors include Ms. Pratibha Yen, Mr. Banu Prakash, Mr. Hemant G, Mr. Bharat Kumar, and Mr. M.D. Yasin Faisal from BMS Institute of Technology and Management, Bangalore, and Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belgavi, respectively. From session 13, it is paper ID 019, high-speed floating point multiply accumulate unit using offset binary coding, high-performance 32-bit data multiplier using EDA, presented by Ms. M. Bharati, and co-authors include T.L. Lahari, Dr. Yasha Jyoti Shrirur from Sri Vidya Niketan Engineering College, Tirupati, and BNM Institute of Technology, Bangalore, respectively. From session 14, it is paper ID 050, IoT-based equipment for real-time identification of soil properties, presented by Mr. Bukhaya Pavan Kumar, and co-authors include Mr. A.D. Prasad from Sri Vidya Niketan Engineering College, Tirupati, BNM Institute of Technology, Bangalore, respectively. From session 15, it is paper ID 050, Connected Vehicles Using LoRa. Authors presented by Ms. Aishwarya Padma B. from College of Engineering, Trivandrum. All the session-wise best
Now
paper
we are here
authors, all session-wise best paper authors will receive certificate of appreciation for their efforts.
Now we are here to announce the overall Best Paper Award of ICSS 2020. There are 98 papers presented through various parallel virtual sessions of ICSS 2020. The marks evaluated by the session chairs, plagiarism reports, and review reports are consolidated to pick up one best among all the session-wise best paper to receive the ICSS 2020 Best Paper Award today. With the worth of cash prize rupees 3,000. The ICSS 2020 Best Paper Award goes to ID 076 Biometric Based Secure Remote Electronic Voting System, presented by Mr. Samar Agarwal, Mr. Abhishek Jamwal, Mr. Afrin Haider, Mr. Param Dev, Mr. Rajivan Chandal, National Institute of Technology, Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh. We congratulate the author and co-authors for their achievement. We request you to kindly accept our heartfelt appreciation. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. There is no better ending without a word of gratitude. The end of the story is a beginning to many others. Now I request Dr. T. Sri Priya, Professor of EC Department and Coordinator ICSS, to propose the vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Respected Principal, Vice Principal, HODs, faculties, and all the participants. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this ICSS 2020 occasion. This IEEE sponsored 7th International Virtual Conference on Smart Structures and Systems, ICSS 2020, is in fact a great journey with all of you, which started 8 months back to till date. I, on behalf of the Department of ECE, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to the honorable delegates who blessed us with their presence and took out valuable time in spite of their busy schedule. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to Dr. Inderpreet Kambo, Associate Principal, Charles River Associates, and Dr. Muhammad Mahdi Hassani, Assistant Project Scientist, Department of Bioengineering, University of California, Los Angeles, who joined us in spite of time zone difference from the United States of America and inspired us greatly with the technical insights in the field of healthcare. I would like to extend a special thanks to Dr. N. Kumarappan, Chairman, IEEE Madras Section, and Professor of Department of IEEE, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Annamalai University, and Dr. Kaushik Guha, Assistant Professor, Grade 1 in the Department of ECE, and Associate Dean of Students' Welfare in NIT Silchar, and Dr. L. Sujata, Professor, Department of ECE, Rajalakshmi Engineering College, for their inspiring and motivating speech. At this moment, I feel it is the ardent duty to thank each and everyone who made it possible in organizing this event in an elegant and efficient manner. First and foremost, I solemnly remember in gratitude our management, principal, vice principal, heads of the department for their free hand freedom and great support given to the entire ICSS team. I'm very grateful to Dr. Srijita S. Nath, Associate Dean and HOD of ECE Department, for giving us an opportunity to organize this event. Secondly, I soulfully thank our organizing chairs, Dr. Mangayar Karasi, Professor, and Dr. Anita Juliet, Associate Professor in the Department of ECE, for their tireless effort in organizing this ICSS conference. I thank Dr. S. Praveen Kumar, who was instrumental in arranging the renowned guest speakers who are settled globally. A special mention to IEEE Madras section for providing technical co-sponsorship for our conference. I heartily express my sincere gratitude to our 16 session heads, external, and 14 internal heads for accepting our invitation to evaluate our participants patiently. Also, I remember with gratitude the design and promotion team members, Dr. S. Karunakaran, professor in the Department of ECE, for his promo videos, Mr. Vijay, designer, Mr. Subramani, website designer of ICSS website, and Mr. Sudeep, MRO, who prepared the posters creatively with innovation and circulated largely through social media to promote this conference for a greater participation. A special mention of thanks goes to the coordinators and all the teams of ICSS 2020 for their sincere efforts and teamwork, which went a long way for organizing this conference without any hurdles. As no program can become successful with a single person, I extend my big thanks to each and every one of our department for their staunch teamwork and sincere dedication in bringing out this event to an enormous success. I heartily congratulate the best paper awardees. Last but not the least, I thank each and every participant who attended with great interest to gain knowledge and experience from this conference and turned this event a memorable one, a milestone of success. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam.
The national anthem, like other national symbols of a country, represents tradition, history, and beliefs of a nation and its people. National anthem has the power to pull together, emotionally connect, and inspire great things. With all due respect, let's listen to our national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय जय जय
On behalf of Department of ECE, we take this opportunity to thank our management, principal, vice principal, associate deans, HODs, faculty members, students, and all our participants for joining us for this valedictory function today, and for making this ICSS 2020 virtual conference a grand success. Thank you all. The authors are requested to fill the certificate link displayed in the chat box. Only one author per paper can fill the link, including all the co-authors' names and affiliation details. We request you to mark only one entry per paper. The form remains open until 25th July till 5 p.m. Certificate will reach the authors in 3 to 4 working days. With this, we are signing off from ICSS 2020 officially. Let's meet again during ICSS 2021. Let's fight and win this pandemic sooner together. Stay home, stay safe.